Hi everyone, Sam Owen here. In life, sometimes we have to have those tough conversations. We may not want to have them, but we have to have them. There are two parts to getting a tough conversation right. One is getting your mindset right, and the other is getting the delivery right. Now here's the thing, whatever we think about most of the time, we work towards. So if your focus is on all that's going to go wrong with that relationship and how difficult it's going to be, then chances are it will go wrong and it will be a difficult conversation. On the other hand, if you think about how great that conversation is going to be and what will be wonderful in your relationship after you've had that tough conversation, then chances are you will reap benefits and the conversation will go much easier as well, because that's what you've programmed your mind with. In your heart of hearts, you know that you need to have the tough conversations in order to move forward in that relationship, but you may be putting those conversations off, and you might have been doing so for a few years. So what happens when you avoid those tough conversations? One, the problems become exacerbated because the issues are allowed to fester. Two, you can start having arguments about seemingly unrelated and trivial things. And three, you start to feel disconnected from one another and experience it as a lack of unity. On the other hand, what happens when you do have the tough conversations? One, you uncover the real issues in the relationship. Two, you gain an opportunity to learn how to resolve conflicts better together. Three, you feel closer to one another and live happier lives afterwards once the issues have been resolved. And four, and perhaps the biggest lesson of all, you really learn what you mean to one another. If you're motivated by the fear, you'll either not have the important conversations or you'll have them really badly. If, on the other hand, you're motivated by your love for that person and your desire to make that relationship work, then chances are you'll have good conversations and eventually resolve whatever the issues are. And if you don't, then you're not meant to be in each other's lives anyway. Once your mindset is right and you're motivated by a goals focus rather than fear avoidance, then it's just about having that tough conversation. And so here are some tips to help you to do that. Number one, start with the end in mind. Have a clear idea of what you want the outcome to be so that you then formulate your conversation around it. Number two, plan what you're going to say, including your delivery of it. This will also help boost your confidence about having that conversation in the first place. Number three, minimize your use of negative words, because research suggests that negative words puts the speaker and the listener into a state of fight or flight, and you don't want them to fight you or run away from you. You want them to stay and listen to what you have to say. Number four, with your words, preempt any objections that you think you might get, particularly things like poor excuses that you're just fed up of hearing that you just don't want to hear again. Number five, be kind in your delivery, because the conversation is likely a tough one as it is, and you want to resolve this, not just inflame the situation. And number six, start and end with loving sentiments. Let them know what they mean to you and what your goals and aspirations are for the future of your relationship, so that their mind is focused on the positives that will come out of this conversation. Tough conversations become a lot easier when you get your mindset right and just do some skilled planning and preparation and execute it well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.